Good morning friends and welcome to the pre-market view. US markets had a strong session yesterday on the back of good corporate earnings as well as some economic data that came out were positive, particularly the job data surprised the market. Also the non-ISM manufacturing data were good. Same was the case with European markets. They also had a very good session and most of the markets were up about 1 to 1.25% because of the better corporate earnings. And when we look at the Asian markets today morning, most of them are holding up in the green and up anywhere from about 1 to 1.25%. So overall global cues have been quite positive. In terms of flows friends, after about 4 to 5 days kind of a lackluster session in terms of flows, we had seen some positive tick by the FIs and there were buyers in the cash market yesterday to the tune of about 335 crore. Whereas the domestic institutions were sellers to the tune of about 158 crore. Brent crude is holding out to about 108, so which is quite okay. And back home friends, our markets had a very smart pullback yesterday and we almost touched about 5700 level. And there was a good participation by the broader market and the mid-cap index was also up about 1%. So 5600 has given a very good support to the market. And this is the level from where we had corrected quite sharply once the RBI policy meet decision was out. So it's very, very crucial to see whether the market is able to sustain this 5720, 5750 levels, because that could actually make a way for a bigger move in the market. Overall, we believe that because of this volatility and lackluster session for the past few days, the open interest has actually come down across the stocks, particularly in the banking and some of the high beta names like Maruti, Tata Motors, Mahindra. Open interest wise, these stocks are looking quite light and could actually give a big upside to the market. Friend, here are the news that we are tracking today. First of all, the auto sales numbers have come out for the month of October and they have been really good, particularly for the four-wheeler companies like Maruti, Mahindra and to some extent Tata Motors. Maruti in particular reported almost 85% growth. Remember that a part of this growth is because of the base effect, because last year the festive season was in the month of September, whereas this year the festive season is in the month of October. So because of the low base of last year, some of these numbers are looking very good. But in any case, particularly Maruti and Mahindra surprise the market on the positive side. Also in case of Maruti, because the Manesar plant is operational and some of the new products that they've launched like Maruti 800 Alto, they've received extremely good response. So overall bias for these two stocks continues to be positive. In terms of the numbers which are going to be out today, first of all, Apollo Tyre, we are looking at a net profit of 168 crore, which would mean a growth of about 115%. So watch out for some action in the stock today. And in case of Wipro, we are looking at a net profit of about 1526 crore. And on the top line front, we are looking at a dollar revenue growth of about 1.5%, which is broadly going to be in line with the guidance which they have given earlier. And in case of Jet Airways, we are looking at a net loss of about 296 crore. In case of telecom companies, some relief for them because the EGOM has allowed partial refarming if they are willing to pay the auction price whenever the auction is held. So this development is a mild positive for companies like Bharti, Idea and Vodafone. So one can go long in these two stocks from a short-term perspective. NMDC is likely to pick up a majority stake in an Andhra Pradesh port project, which is positive for NMDC. So one can go long there with a stop loss of 174 and a target of about 182 to 186. JK Paper is likely to increase the paper prices. And on the back of that, one can go long there with a stop loss of 35.25 and a target of about 37 to 37.75. CSE has indicated that it's likely to demerge its retail venture Spencer and plan the listing in the next 1 year. We have seen a huge correction in the CSE stock after the announcement of FSL software, and because of this development there might be some trading pullback opportunity. So one can go long with a stop loss of 277 and a target of about 291 to 297. Infosys has actually cut down on the campus recruitment and even on the training costs, which means that they are in a cost control mode and this is a bit of a negative for Infosys, so one can go short there with a stop loss of 2412 and a target of about 2295 to 2244. And in case of Reliance Industries, there are reports that the government has said that they will not allow any kind of a price hike for gas till 2014 as per that contract. And apart from that, the capex of $1 billion for KG-D6 basin would be allowed only if Reliance agrees for a performance audit by CAG. So both these developments are a bit of a negative for Reliance, so one can go short there with a stop loss of 823 and a target of about 783 to 766. That's it from all of us, friends. Have a great weekend and see you on Monday morning.